your American dream?
My American dream is just to be really happy and achieve whatever it is I've set out to achieve. I had a dream of coming to New York and I'm here now, and for me it's just achieving those dreams and having this sense of freedom and happiness that I did this.
My American dream is connecting with my family and my friends and just being a part of that and enjoying every moment as it comes.
This is my dream. I'm a happy woman in America, in New York. So, vive l'Amérique!
My American dream, personally, to continue doing what I'm doing for as long as I want to, as long as possible, in a way that I feel liberated and where I bring joy to other people.
My American dream, we just want to go out, keep that German work ethic, do as best as we can, contribute to society as much as possible, and pass that on to our kids.
I'm living it. I'm very blessed to be doing what I do. I'm a singer. I have my own record. I have my music out. I feel very blessed to be here on the East River playing with this great band and living my dream.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! La 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 la, it's a beautiful day for a Constitution. Groundhog Sam going on his Constitution. Oh, look at this nice tree. I'm gonna climb it. Groundhog Sam needs his exercise. What is this? Oh my God, it's the biggest, hairiest spiders I've ever seen. Okay, eat it. Man, I tell you, this Halloween thing is really freaking me out. These humans and their Halloween. Oh, I can't wait for this holiday to be over. Everywhere I go, there are things that are just scaring the bejesus out of me. I'm just a little groundhog. Anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Bradshaw Live? Well, if you did, we didn't have any spiders, but Brad answered tons of immigration questions, and Anna Ascona talked to everyone about her feelings about VAWA and how important it is to go out and vote on November 6th. Okay, I'm gonna grasp my fears and keep climbing. I know this isn't real, but geez Louise, he looks pretty real, him and his friend. Anyway, time for the show, time for the part you've been waiting for. Introducing Brad, Kim, and Yo-Yo. Woohoo!
Welcome everybody, Bradshaw Live, October 30th. I know it's October 30th. I usually don't know the date, and I always look at Belgium, Kim, and Yo-Yo and say, what's today's date? But I know what tomorrow is. It is Halloween. So for everybody out there who will not be watching tomorrow because they'll be partaking in Halloween, happy pre-Halloween. And Belgium, Kim, and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, what's happening?
Hello.
What's up?
So what will you guys be dressed as for Halloween tomorrow is the main question that I have.
You have to watch and see.
I was just about to say.
I was going to say what I'm going to dress as.
No, you can't.
You can't tell them what you're going to dress
No, you can't.
as.
It's almost like telling somebody your wish that you wished off after blowing your candles out. It's like that serious.
I'm gonna say
it.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought I was gonna do.
Okay.
and then I stopped at the last second.
What were
I
you
was
gonna do?
I was going to just put like 3 socks on me.
Yeah.
And then when someone, Brad, what is this? I'm like, this is the place where Jeff lost all his socks. Bad joke.
That's a
a
terrible joke. When did you know in the telling of that joke that it wasn't gonna?
As soon as I started.
As soon as
I started, yeah.
You're like, this is a.
Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you.
What? I'm not gonna even say it. Keep us guessing.
Yeah. So I maybe dress as Santa Claus. Someone says.
Yeah. What would you
Maybe
be
that
Santa
would be
Claus?
Santa Claus.
Oh, because Denisha wants to be Mrs. Claus.
Oh, is that why?
Or she just wants to
Or
sit
maybe
on
she
your
wants to
lap.
sit on my lap and ask for her present.
Oh, all of the above.
All of the above.
Could Mrs. Claus sit on Mr. Claus? On Santa Claus?
I'm sure she
Sure, I'm
does.
sure she does. There's something freaky about Mrs. Claus.
Yeah. What about, so are you going to be somebody, let me ask you a question. Are you going to be somebody like famous? Are you dressing
Yes.
up as somebody famous?
Yes. Right when you see me, you will understand
Can
who
I
I
ask
am.
5 questions, and if I get it, will you, and if I take, because I don't know,
Okay.
will you allow that game?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask 5 questions.
Okay.
All right. And then after those 5 questions, I'm going to take a guess.
Okay.
this is good.
All right.
All right. So, all right. All right. So I already asked the first question.
was the first one.
All right. Is somebody famous? Are they dead or alive?
I thought it was yes or no questions.
Okay. Is the person dead?
Yes.
Is the person a musician?
Yes.
Is the person famous for playing a guitar?
Okay, bye. Look, you already know what it is.
I had no idea.
So don't say
I
it.
swear to God.
He got it, guys.
But I swear to God, I had no idea.
I
You were
actually
so
don't-
easy.
I actually don't know who it is, but
I
now
know.
in my brain it's only between 2 people.
Right.
Gosh, that's why you're like the best lawyer in the world.
All right. Did you tell anybody on our show what you're going to dress as tomorrow?
I know. I don't
Okay,
think
so how would I know?
Right.
Okay.
That's
now,
crazy.
Belgium Kim, we're going to play the same game with you. I have no
What are you,
idea.
Miss Cleo?
Yeah.
Y'all remember Miss
There's
Cleo?
no
All right.
way.
So we
There's no
know.
chance in
I
hell.
can take a guess. It's either 1 or 2 people then.
Right. It's
Yeah.
1 or 2 people for you.
Yeah, well,
Right.
In
yeah.
my brain.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So you
All
guys
right.
are just gonna have to be surprised from
One love, or I don't know what.
You know what?
I don't
All
know
the
what-
guesses are different than what I was gonna say.
Right. Or
So it
or
could be
I
a
was
bunch
gonna.
of
It's either
people.
gonna be Bob Marley or Jimi Hendrix
Oh, see, I was gonna go.
or Prince.
I was gonna go Prince.
It could be one of 3.
But now we're also seeing Elvis Presley. You could go as Elvis.
You're not
You'd
going
be
as
a
Michael.
Dope Elvis.
You're not
could
going
go
as
as
because
Michael.
No, Michael's not famous
not
for
a
playing a
guitar.
guitar. Right. All
See,
right.
now we don't know.
Is he famous for doing a moonwalk? All right. So Belgium Kim. We got a general idea what
You guys
Yo-Yo's
got a
gonna
general
be.
idea.
All right. So Belgium Kim.
Not a chance.
Not a chance in the world. Is this are you going after a real person?
No.
No. Is it a fictional person?
Yes.
Is it a fictional person from a movie?
No.
Is it a fictional person from a book?
No.
Is it a fictional person from a nursery rhyme?
No.
That was my 5.
That was it.
I have no
From
idea.
a nursery rhyme. Where were you
Yeah,
going
I don't know.
with that?
I don't know. Maybe like Little
Okay,
Bo
can
Peep.
I-
I have
Like
no
a
idea.
Mary Had a
Can I
Little
ask
Mary Had a
Lamb.
Little Lamb. I have
Here
no
was my
idea.
lamb.
Can
I
I
don't
ask
know.
5?
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
So you said from a movie already, right?
I already told you it's from a movie.
No, yeah. and she
her,
for
right,
her,
right.
And she said no,
Right,
right?
because you guys, it's not fair because you guys know what I'm going to be.
That's true.
No,
Right,
no,
right,
I'm
right.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm saying for
Okay,
her.
so you get to ask 5.
Yeah.
No, it's not from a movie. She didn't say it was from a movie.
No, not from a movie.
It's
I know,
just
that's
somebody.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
but
already
he-
asked that,
you
right?
asked the question.
Okay.
Right.
Is it something that represents someone in a country, like a country representation or
No.
generalization type of thing?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Is it?
I mean, yeah. No. That's a no. That's
Okay,
a no.
you know what I mean? Like a foreign, like
I see what
a
you
German
mean.
girl or
And
something like
yeah,
that.
no, right. Am I wearing my Oktoberfest outfit? No.
Okay. Is it scary?
No.
Is it girly?
She is a woman.
Okay.
I am portraying a woman.
Can I ask? Can I?
Okay, tag me.
Tag? Can you tag me,
tag.
please?
2.
Is she a superhero?
No.
Oh,
No, she's not.
thought you were gonna be Wonder Woman.
No, man, here I go. That's every day, Brad.
Right,
I don't
yeah,
need to do that for
sheesh.
Halloween.
All right.
Oh,
All right. One
don't
last
know.
one.
Okay, what? You gonna give us a hint?
I'm not gonna get it.
She's not from a book. She's not from a nursery rhyme. She's not from a.
I'll tell you
Is she
what
from?
she's from.
Is she on television?
No.
What?
Well, she was. She is originally, but I think you may not know who she is. I think
I
you'll
won't say it
definitely
if I
know
get
who
it.
she is. She's from a video game.
Oh,
Miss Pac-Man.
is it?
No, I'm
is-
not. What am I going to show up in a big
it,
yellow ball?
I don't know. What video game would it be?
Sure, can I ask
Lara,
the video
Lara
game?
Croft.
Yeah.
Lara Croft.
It's out of
I am
Is it
not
Lara
Lara Croft,
Croft?
but man, I could.
Street Fighter?
No. Ooh. Did you think I was gonna be Cammy or Chun Li?
Yeah. I
Either
think
one
that
would
would've
have been
been dope.
good. Those would have been great. No, I'm neither one of those. You guys are just gonna have to tune in tomorrow
All
and find out.
right. So you guys already know what my costume is, so it's
Yeah.
not fair.
That's true.
But on tomorrow's show, we're going to be all dressed up for 2 straight hours on our show. I'll even be answering questions as somebody else.
He tried to get out of that.
I tried to get out of it, actually. I said,
Not
all right,
gonna
I'll
let
dress
it
for the
happen.
last 15 minutes. And
got
Yo-Yo and Belgium Kim said, no, that ain't fun.
Right.
Just enough wearing down,
That's
you
not
guys.
fun at all. You have to dress for the whole 2 hours. I said, well, how could I act as a serious lawyer and be dressed up as like this silly human being? And they said, well, you're just going to have to figure it out.
Exactly.
It's
Power through,
Halloween.
man.
So
Power
tomorrow on our Halloween spooktacular, we will all be dressed up. And what we want from the Brad Squad as part of our show tomorrow, if you send Belgium Kim a instant message on Facebook Messenger,
Yep.
right?
So you can do it to Belgium Kim or to Bradshaw Live. We'll
Either
get
one.
them.
Send us a photo of you dressed up in your Halloween costume, and we are going to put it up.
Yes.
And we are going to have, if we get enough,
Mm-hmm.
we need at least 20 costumes.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if we get at least 20 costumes tomorrow, we will put them up, and me, Kim, and Yo-Yo will vote on the best costume. Will win a free consultation with me.
Whoa!
Oh, Bradshaw Live
Yes.
costume contest.
Bradshaw
for a
Live
free
costume contest.
But they have to
consultation.
hit at least 20.
We gotta, because
gotta
we
get at
can't,
least
because
20,
if 2
right.
people, that's
That's
not
not fair.
It's not a fun thing.
It's not
Okay.
fair.
Right. So this is the
Hi,
game.
Brad Squad.
I like
We're not
that.
asking you to share today. We're not although that would be nice.
Yeah.
Do it out of
Okay.
the kindness of your heart.
Yeah.
We're not asking you. We are not asking you to what?
800 shares on Facebook gets viewers to see Brad twerk again on the deck.
No! Who said that?
Room.
Wow! Being called out by the control room. Wow! I'm totally
We
being
just
controlled out
discussed
by the. They're gonna do that on Halloween. Brad twerking from the deck.
Executive privilege
mad
back
at it.
there. I like it.
All right, so there's going to be no share game today, but if you do reach 800 shares, we will share the twerking video tomorrow on Halloween. But more importantly, if you want to get a free consultation, we're going to have a Brad Squad costume contest. Send your photo of you in your best costume to Belgium Kim. If we get at least 20 entrants between now and tomorrow's show, we are going to have the Brad Squad Halloween Costume Showdown for a free $200 consultation with me. And if you don't need the consultation, you give it to your friend, and then you can say to your friend, "Hey, give me $100," and you're still saving $100, right?
Damn.
Man, I'm
You
telling
got it-
people
you
how to
got
do
them
business.
making money,
I'm
too.
even getting the
Yes.
squad to make money, right?
Sheesh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is not. Oof.
Now, Princess Martin says we don't do that thing in Jamaica.
Yeah, a lot of people
no
have been saying
Halloween
they
in
don't do Halloween.
We don't do Halloween in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But wait,
Oh,
could
well.
it be any costume from any time, not
Any
just a
costume.
So like a carnival costume.
Yeah,
Anytime you ever
Denisha
dressed
says, "I
up-
have no costume. We don't celebrate Halloween in the Caribbean."
But you've never like dressed up in any costume. Come on, you guys, we gotta find some reasons. I
Yeah,
love
let
getting
me,
a costume.
let me just say this, okay? I mean, we celebrate customs in the Caribbean that we don't celebrate here.
That's true.
Okay, we celebrate all holidays from all over the world that we may not celebrate in the United States. So now this is our USA,
Shout out.
our USA thing.
Yeah.
So for those who want to participate
Yeah.
and join in on the holiday, and it's not really, it's no longer like this pagan, ghostly, scary religious
Right.
thing. It's just really just a fun thing that people do in the United States now. Reason to get dressed up and be silly and have a
Right.
party. So don't be
a
overly
day for adults to
dress as
dress
kids.
up
To dress as kids. That's
Right.
basically what it is. And party and drink and do
Hey,
whatever.
basically,
right,
that's
and do whatever they
all
want.
it is.
A
Right.
day for some women
Right.
to dress
Slutty.
scantily.
Slutty.
So yeah,
You're
let's
going
go.
as a slut tomorrow?
That's not.
Is that
the
what
thing.
you're coming
Yes.
as?
No, yeah. It's just I'm gonna be like Amber Rose. She's like
Slut walk.
reclaiming slut.
Yeah.
She's anti-slut shaming. No, but that's not. That would have been a great costume, but
So if we get the 20 entrants,
Yeah.
all right, I'm only going to do the first 20.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to do 100.
No.
So the first, but we got to get to 20.
Gotcha.
The first 20 people to send Belgium Kim. And Belgium Kim, how do you get to you? Can you tell everyone how they get to you?
So on Facebook, you can search Belgium Kim, or you can search Brad Show Live. You can send a picture as a direct message, or even better, if you are a member of the Brad Show Live Brad Squad on Facebook, you can post your picture right on that wall. First 20 entrants that I get, and they are timestamped, so we'll know. First 20 entrants, whether you're sending a message to Belgium Kim, Brad Show Live, or posting it on the Brad Squad group, will be entered in the contest.
All right, so there you got it. That's the contest for the free consultation today. It is the Brad Squad Halloween Spooktacular
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
Costume Contest. In the meantime, I got to say hello to Miss Bling Rose.
Oh, the
blingiest.
the blingiest.
The blingiest of all the squad members. Hello.
Every day's Halloween for
Every
Bling
day, yes.
Rose.
Jeff Bosey, how you doing? Malia Lobin Martin, Ma Dukes, Malia Lobin Martin, Deanna Love, Dionne Watson, Caston Redwood. Haven't heard from him in a while.
Oh, we've missed you, Cassie.
Yeah, where have you been? Carol, what's up? And Nezzy once more. We haven't seen Nezzy in a few days, right? Smiley
That's right.
Smith, Pauline Williams, Marsha Whitaker. Who else we got here? Smiley Smith, Natalie Nichols, Kennedy Roy, and Tamika Nelson, Juliet Powell. Hello. Everyone's just basically saying hello to everybody, so I'm just saying
Right.
hello back. Nobody has anything. Tamika Nelson said Sam screams like a girl. Well, maybe Sam is a girl.
Samantha.
Yeah.
I just did a bat mitzvah this Saturday, and her name was Sam.
Really?
Samantha.
That's right.
I've always felt like
Groundhog Sam could be Groundhog Samantha.
you never know.
You never know.
Jinx.
You never know. Jella Shorter, what's up? Tanisha McNabb, Dionne Watson, and I said Natalie Nichols. Princess Martin Uniqueness. We already talked about her already. She is not going to dress up. First Lady Leah, what's up? And anybody else? Barbara Lord. And Denisha Castillo. Did I say Denisha already? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And on YouTube, Carol Anderson watching on both feeds. Dora in Texas says parts of Jamaica does do Halloween, especially in Kingston, if you dress up party. So it's possible. It's possible. And who else? Lady Leah. She's not going to miss tomorrow's show, that's for sure. Stacey Graham watching on YouTube. Ruthie Cutie. Sandra Thompson. Alicia Allen saying hello to everybody. Nico Suave says Brad should dress as an angel defending people at Heaven's Gate.
Can we talk about Angel Brad, what
yes.
that would look like
Oh
for a
my
second?
God,
Like,
that's scary, you know.
Or Cupid, Brad.
Yeah,
like cherub. Yeah,
right. It's like you're like some like I don't know. I don't even want to describe what I would look
I
like
was
as
going to
a.
say, I'm worried about
I was about to describe myself, and I'm like, it's not going to be pretty.
A red pair of underwear, da-dun-da-duns,
Yeah.
with just wings.
Yeah.
Just wigs and the
you gotta
headband,
get the
like the
headband,
little
yeah.
headband. I'm picturing, some sort of bow and arrow situation.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Maybe that's what you should be.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should
Maybe.
scrap the original
Maybe.
idea entirely.
Maybe. All right, so let's get to our schmooze before we get to our immigration questions here on Bradshaw Live. Of course, we will be answering your immigration questions very shortly. We woke up this morning, and I got a bunch of text messages from people that, oh my God, Donald Trump says that if you give birth in the United States and you don't have legal status, your kid is no longer going to be a United States citizen, and he can change that law with a stroke of the pen. No, he can't. There is something called the Constitution of the United States. There's a 14th Amendment. It went into place after slavery was abolished and the North won the Civil War against the South. And it says that anybody who is naturally born in the United States is a U.S. citizen. And that has been interpreted that if you are physically, by every legal scholar for 150 years, that if you're a human being and you are physically born in the United territories or the states of the United States of America, that makes you a U.S. citizen. Trump says he can do it by executive order. It's funny for a guy who complained that Obama used too many executive orders. he now wants to use executive orders
For
to change the Constitution of the United States.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, who is also a Republican, said emphatically, you cannot end birthright citizenship with an executive order. Really what he's doing is just, there was a huge mass shooting in the United States 3 days ago, and we have an election coming up, and people are talking about the shooting, about the vitriol that's going around in politics and in society here in the United States of America, people taking sides, people blaming outsiders, people blaming others for their own problems. And what you end up with is when you have a political situation like this, and you have a situation, and we talked about it yesterday, where Donald Trump says there's good people on both sides, such as what he said at Charlottesville, where the neo-Nazis were marching against the counter-protesters to the neo-Nazis. And you have a situation where there's lots of guns and lots of people who are able to get guns. You have situations like what happened in the synagogue in Pittsburgh, and 11 people died as a result of it. And Trump doesn't want people talking about that. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want people talking about really what's going on in society. He wants to blame the boogeyman. All right. So if you blame the boogeyman, then you know your problems are not caused by you; they're caused by somebody else. The boogeyman. You know, in the 50s and 60s and 70s, it was the communists.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The communists were the boogeymen. In the 80s, mm-hmm. it was the Japanese. Mm-hmm. They're going to overtake us. They're making televisions like nobody makes a television. They're making cars like nobody takes a, like nobody. I said the 80s, correct? Like nobody makes cars. Mm-hmm. In the 1990s. It was really immigrants again, mm-hmm. and the Russians, and the Chinese. And then 2001 came, and then it was the terrorists. And if you remember, right after 9/11, every person who came from a Muslim country had to register. Everybody was terrified of Muslims. If you're a Muslim, we don't want you here. You're un-American. Mm-hmm. Now, there's not as much terrorism anymore, at least certainly not Islamic terrorism that we see here. There's Islamic terrorism, and there's terrorism all over. We don't see it here on our shores. Mm-hmm. But people have problems. People may be unhappy in their lives. People may not have jobs. People may not feel comfortable in their relationships. There's all sorts of reasons why people are unhappy. But nobody likes to look inwardly and say why they're unhappy. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else caused this problem to me. Mm-hmm. So Trump does the same thing. You're an unhappy person. Maybe you don't have a job. Maybe you're unhappy where you live. Maybe you're lonely. Who knows why? You know, you're lonely, you watch Fox News all day long. Somebody's causing me a problem. It's not me, because nobody takes responsibility for their own problems. It must be a caravan of poor women and children coming from Central America who haven't even made it into Mexico yet, who are escaping violence, and they're coming together in a caravan because it's safer for them to move, to come to the border to apply for asylum. That's causing my problem in North Dakota.
Right.
That's causing my issues.
It just doesn't make any sense.
So now, when the United States of America confronts what is going on in America, we have crazy people who have access to guns, who are made angry by the political discourse in the United States of America and feel it is safe to be anti-Semitic and racist because Trump says there's good people on both sides, and they go shoot and kill people as a result. That's a serious conversation to have in America. Trump doesn't want that.
Right.
He doesn't want that conversation because that conversation doesn't help him. Because that conversation makes him look exactly what he is. A racist, know-nothing. Because he's not bringing America together, he's pulling it apart. Mm-hmm. So he says, I got to change the conversation. I got to do something. I got to say something that's even more horrific, more horrible, more outlandish than somebody walking into a synagogue and killing 11 people who are praying on their Sabbath. So what could I say? He sits up all night. What could I say? What could I say that could be more outlandish so to get people stopping talking about what happened in Pittsburgh and talking about immigrants who are scaring everybody to death and causing everybody problems? Exactly. I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say something so outlandish we're going to get everybody talking about it again.
Yep.
I'm going to overrule the 14th Amendment by an executive order.
Exactly.
And he's going, I could do it. So that's what happened, folks. He can't do it. There's a constitution unless he becomes a dictator.
Where are all of the super staunch Republicans who refuse to pass any form of gun control because it's an amendment to the United States Constitution? And now your leader, your party's leader, has said, I'm going to make an executive order changing the Constitution. And the only Republican I've heard speak out about it is Paul Ryan, who isn't seeking re-election.
Well, yeah, Ryan said he can't do it. No, nobody serious says he. So when before I even read the news or even knew about it, I woke up to text messages from several friends. They're like, "Oh my God, did you see what's going on?" And I said, and I was like half up.
Yeah.
And I texted back. I said, "He can't change the Constitution of the United States." I said, "It's all politics."
Exactly.
Okay, and I still believe it to this day.
You're absolutely right.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's kind of off of this. I guess Trump has played.
It's just a yes and no question. That's all we asked.
Yes, right.
Just yes and no.
Yes.
Callers.
So
no.
I read that Pharrell is hitting Donald Trump with a cease and desist for playing Happy.
Correct.
Can he do that? He can do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Now, whether Trump, stops it or not, who knows? But writing a letter doesn't do anything. You got to go to court and get an injunction against doing it.
Right.
What is sickening is that the first appearance that Donald Trump made after 11 Jews got killed in Pittsburgh praying by an anti-Semite who went to go kill because Trump says it's okay to be racist now. You know what the first thing Trump did? He went to a rally in Cleveland for Donald Trump and played Pharrell's Happy.
Yeah. That's insane.
That's insane. On a day you're supposed to be bringing America together, you go to a rally about yourself and play We're All Happy?
Right.
What are we all happy about?
Right. Wow.
I think it's not done. I don't think it's coincidence at all.
Right. I don't know.
No,
I don't know what
not.
we're happy about.
We're happy about
Other than Bradshaw Live is pretty cool to watch.
That
makes me happy.
Right.
That makes me happy. Meanwhile, it was such a terrible thing. Now Trump says, okay, I'm going to go to Pittsburgh to go speak to, the survivors, the Jewish. Nobody wants to speak to him.
No.
Right.
He invited all of the leaders of the House of Representatives, both Republican and Democrats, all of the leaders of the Senate, both Republicans and Democrats. He invited both senators from Pennsylvania, Republicans. Nobody agreed to go with him to Pittsburgh. Why? Because today is the day they are burying the dead.
Jeez.
And how inappropriate,
Right.
how disgusting, how unempathetic can you be that families are burying their dead and you're going there for a political stunt?
It's disgusting.
Yes, it is.
I actually have the note here about Farrell.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I saw it earlier today.
So Farrell's lawyer, Howard King, wrote to Trump, on the day of the mass murder of 11 human beings at the hands of deranged nationalists, you played his song Happy to a crowd at a political event in Indiana. There was nothing happy about the tragedy inflicted upon our country on Saturday, and no permission was granted for your use of this song for this purpose.
Right.
Can't blame the guy.
Yeah.
Perfectly said.
Good for him.
Perfectly said.
Yep.
Perfectly said. All right. With that said, we're gonna have a fun day tomorrow, so we'll do all fun news tomorrow. Okay, we'll do some Halloween spooktacular.
Spooktacular.
We are gonna have. And by the way, Belgium Kim.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any entrance yet?
Not a one.
No entrance.
Not a one. But
to the Brad Squad Halloween It's a free consultation.
Costume contest.
Costume contest.
Can I put my costume in? Take a picture and send it?
Yes, Prince.
Only if you're one of the 3 or 4 guesses we've done today.
I could have lied and just said yes for any other reason too, like just to throw you guys off the game.
Oh, now you're...
And imagine like he shows up like completely different.
Right, he's gonna...
Right, like he shows up in drag or something, you know,
Right.
That's a clown or
no.
something, all right. I'm like a clown plays like he's a dead guitarist.
Pennywise.
Right.
See?
All right, so send your costumes, quick photo. Doesn't have to be elaborate, or it does. But we're gonna pick the best of the 20, but you gotta get 20 entrants, will win a free consultation with me. I say it's 50-50 whether we even get 20.
I'd say it's about 50-50 as well, Brad,
Yeah.
especially a lot of people. Now, you guys, again, any costume from any point in time.
Fake it.
Fake it till you make it.
We won't know.
There you go.
We won't know.
That's right. We don't even know what you look like. You can just go on Google. You can just go on Google, for example. 99% of the Bratz Squad, we don't know what they look like, right?
Whoa.
95%.
I Facebook stalk a fair
You
amount.
do? I have to. I actually have to say I have done also.
You do too.
Yes, everybody Facebooks.
Yeah.
Stalks. But maybe we don't know what you look like. Maybe we do. Or you just pick somebody from Google who has so much makeup on you wouldn't know.
Full mask on.
Yeah, like all of a sudden there's like, you get like, the devil guy all in red and Jeff Bosey says it's him, and I'm like, is that Jeff or is that just a devil from the Google,
I know how to do a reverse image on Google.
Yeah?
I know.
So you're going to check to make sure.
Oh, it's got to be authentic. Got to be authentic, but it can be from any point.
Abigail Taylor Watson has a good question. She asked, can I send in my son's picture?
Yes.
I think
Yes, you can.
That's fair.
Yes, any family member counts.
Yes. Oh.
All family members count, but we're going to pick the best one.
And I'll tell you right now, as the female of the group, I'll be happy to say real cute babies carry a lot of weight with me. I love me a cute child. Absolutely send those in. Flood my inbox with those, you guys.
Love it.
Now, from my perspective, I've already had 2 kids and went through diapers. I don't need to see any more cute kids. Right.
Brad is if you're celebrating the sluttier Halloween.
Right.
Flood his inbox.
Yes, exactly.
I like creativity.
Okay, so there it is. So there it is. Yes.
You guys
This is like America's Got Talent here, right?
American Idol.
American Idol, right. Bratz Squad edition.
I do not want to be the Paula.
Yes.
Paula Abdul.
I do not want to
So that means I have to be Randy?
You have to
Yeah, Randy
be
Sam
Simon.
Simon. That actually makes a lot of sense.
That's hilarious, actually.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Wow. No wonder our show
So
works so well.
tomorrow,
Maybe that's who we should just
tomorrow you should go, yo dog, what's up?
Yo, dog.
Yo dog, what's up?
There's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna say that is the world's worst costume
Yeah.
I've ever seen. How dare you come on our show?
Watches like a newborn baby. Like, made
I
a
mean,
mom
that
cry
is
and
disgusting costume.
Although if I were Paula Abdul, I would literally just get to act wasted the
I was about
entire
to say,
time.
you have like a
Yeah,
bottle of
it's
tequila down
mine. Right, exactly.
All right, we got to get into what we do almost our best here, or our best here.
Definitely.
Yes.
Which is answering your immigration questions. It's something we call getting answers. We call with your immigration questions. I got it right.
Wow.
You killed it.
I killed it.
It's a good day.
That's like.
I did
think
it
that's
right.
A record. I think that's the first time
365 days later, I got the segment right.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Miss Brookdale in South Carolina. Miss Brookdale. Miss Brookdale. Miss Brookdale. Oh, it's Brookdale, South Carolina. It's Miss C. My apologies. There you are. Miss C, what's up?
Excellent job you guys doing. I enjoy your show so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mr. Brad, I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I'm a permanent resident. And I filed for my son when he was 19. Now he's 23. Do you know which year he will get... his priority date is July 2050. Do you know which year?
Yeah, about another 3 to 4 years.
Another 3 to 4 years?
Yeah.
All right. Can I ask that question again?
Sure.
What about if can I get a visa like to the Jamaica embassy for him to come to the States? Do you think they will give it to me?
Doubtful. Once he's been filed for, I doubt that they would give him a visa to come as a student or as a visitor, because those have non-immigrant intents, and he already has an immigrant intent by showing that he wants to get his green card. So I don't think they're going to get it. Probably the only faster way is if he falls in love with an American, or maybe find a job sponsor for him. You know, someone to sponsor him in a job. That would be faster. But otherwise, unfortunately, that's your wait.
All right. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
you're
you for
welcome.
the excellent show you're doing.
You're welcome.
I enjoyed so much.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Okay. All right. So let's go to Rodine in Brooklyn, New York. Rodine.
Hi, what?
Yes.
Question. I'm married to I'm a green card holder. I'm married to my wife. I put in her I-130, but she's pregnant now. I hear Trump come up with something about Medicaid. Will that affect her?
If she collects Medicaid for the unborn child, it won't affect her unless Donald Trump changes the laws. I don't know what Trump says. At this moment, no.
Okay.
All right.
Because she's pregnant right now, and the hospital offer it to her.
At this moment, no. And your biggest concern is delivering a healthy child. And if the way to deliver a healthy child is to get it through Medicaid, then that's what you got to do.
Okay, because I was going to file for. I went to do insurance, and the told me because of my income, and it'd be for two of us. I will have to put her on it too.
Put her on what?
On my insurance.
Yeah, put her on your health insurance.
On my health insurance.
That's fine. You can do that as well.
And it's true, but it's health first, but it's true Medicaid.
Okay, no, go do it. At this moment, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Lisa in Brooklyn. Lisa. Hi, how are you?
I am okay. I am calling because I heard that my spouse, the person I'm married to, is on disability, so their income is not enough to sponsor me. But I was told yesterday by a lawyer that Trump came up with something saying that if this person is not filing taxes, they cannot sponsor somebody. So
I don't know. That lawyer has no idea what he's talking about. You're on disability. It's not a need-based government assistance. It's because you're disabled. Okay? I make a decent chunk of change. Right, Jonathan?
Yes, you do.
I do make a decent chunk of change. If I get injured, I'm entitled to collect disability. It has nothing to do with my income. If he doesn't make enough income through the disability, you can get a second affidavit of support. As of today, Trump hasn't changed any rules or laws. So get the second affidavit of support, and let's get the thing filed. And if you need help, you come and see me, okay? So hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right. There it is, lawyers giving wrong advice. All right, let's go to Shelley in Atlanta, Georgia. Shelley?
Hi.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. What's up?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
My family had filed for my sister and her family for a green card, and it happened about 10 years ago. It was about at the time we filed, it was 5 of them, which is my sister and her 4 kids. When they finally got through and we got all the paperwork back for them to go to the embassy, they sent only 4. They did not include my nephew because he was 22 at the time they got back their papers. So he was like 8 months over the age of 21. My question to you is, what's the process that we have to do? Because everyone is here now except him, because we never got back anything for him. When we did file at the time, he was underage. But because it took so long for the process,
well, I'm surprised that he wasn't included under the Child Status Protection Act, which allows you to add time to his age. And he was only 22, and an F4 petition takes years to get approved.
Right.
So I don't know what happened. But the first thing I would do is look to see whether he was protected under the Child Status Protection Act. And then if he was, to contact the U.S. Embassy. If not, then we got to start all over from scratch and figure out a way to get him here. Okay? But that would be the process. So hold on 1 second, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. So let's go to Christopher in Pennsylvania. Christopher.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, my name is Reverend Christopher, and I'm Episcopal priest.
Okay.
I was considering actually coming to see you in New York.
Okay.
If there's a way you can complete the second part of my case for religious persecution on asylum case. Last week I was at the interview in New Jersey, and the judge, decided to refer my case to an immigration judge in Philadelphia here.
So they didn't either find you credible, or they found you credible but said your story doesn't amount to asylum. What was it?
He said I overstayed. I came on a D1, D2, and while the church was trying to put in an R1, I overstayed, so that is the reason why they decided to do a religious persecution.
Did they say you filed your asylum claim more than 1 year after your entry into America?
Yeah, it was within 1 year.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but certainly I would tell you that it's very rare, not completely rare, but rare to win your asylum claim on the first tryout. You usually have to win it in a removal hearing before an immigration judge. Now, you said you're a. I didn't hear what religious affiliation.
It was referred now. It was referred now to an immigration judge.
Right. So you get to renew now. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go through your whole asylum claim here. Okay, but certainly you have to show that you have a reasonable fear of persecution because of your religion from whatever country you're from, and if you can show that and you're credible about it, and credibility really depends on a detailed story, how detailed you are in what you experience in your life, as well as having a good attorney demonstrating to the judge that you come from a country based on all sorts of different non-government organization reports, or even government reports that people for this particular denomination or religion are being persecuted in that particular country. We can certainly help you. Going through an asylum claim would take the entire show, but make an appointment to come and see us, okay? So hold on 1 second.
Right, I really want to do that.
Okay,
yes.
Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Lisa in New York, New York.
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone. So I have two questions, Brad, for my friend. So she is in the process of trying to get her kids here, right? Her husband is a U.S. citizen. They got married. She got her work permit and everything, but she did submit an application for the kids, which she paid the $535 each. Now she wants to know when the filing fees, would the filing fees be an additional $535 once she hear from them again?
Where are the kids?
They're in Jamaica.
How old are they?
15, 10, and 8.
And she's a citizen or a resident?
She's not yet a resident. She got her work permit.
Oh, so this is the husband. So this is the husband filing.
Right.
So you paid 3 different 535s for each child. After the case is approved, it goes to the National Visa Center, and you're going to pay $490 something to the National Visa Center per child for affidavit and visa fees. Okay.
And second question is, what's the income rate for the household? The husband makes over $48,000 yearly. Would that cover the 3 kids and herself?
I'm going to look it up right now for you. Let's see if this opens, because I don't remember all the different numbers. And means tested. All right, so we have for a family of 4, family of 5, they got to earn over $38,000. So you should find it.
All right, great. So you wouldn't need an affidavit to support them. Nope. Just that 5. I just rounded off to $500 per child.
Correct.
Once. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to Lynn in San Francisco, California. Lynn.
Okay. Hi, Brad.
Hi. How are you?
Thank you. Oh, hi. I came into B1, B2,
And then when I came in, I decided to extend my stay because I wanted to attend some medical conference and do some research work, do some volunteering and observership. And it's been over 13 months, and I still haven't heard from USCIS. I don't know what my options are. Should I go back now?
Are you at your 6 months on the extension?
Yes, I passed my 6 months on the extension by a couple of days.
So you've overstayed then. So even if immigration approves your extension, they're only going to approve it dating back 6 days. You've now overstayed and violated your visa. So you needed to have left the country before the end of those 6 months additional that you requested. And when you got back to your country, hope that immigration approved your 6 months. Okay, now you've basically overstayed. You have options like anybody else who's overstayed their time, depending on what your situation is. You would need to have a consultation. I can't have the full consultation here, but I can tell you that if you leave the country now, you have violated your visa status. Your visa's no good.
Okay. And
so,
then,
where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt. All right. So hold on one second. You're going to need a consultation, even from California. We can do it by phone, and we can talk in more detail. Okay.
Just one more question,
sure.
please. Can I?
Sure.
Go on?
Yeah.
And okay, so let's say I recently got like a job, just trying to file for J1 for me. That's not possible anymore, right?
You can do a J1. You would have to go back to Egypt and explain, and I would leave sooner rather than later and explain why you overstayed your time by a few days. But as long as you have a good explanation, hopefully they'll give you the J1.
We'll have to go back to Egypt, right?
Correct.
I can do that here?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on. She needs a consultation. Raja in San Jose, California.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Mr. Brett. Good. How are you, sir?
Good. What's going on?
Can I ask you two questions, if is that okay with you?
It's okay with me.
First question is that in regards to my green card, I have a green card for last 11 years.
Right.
I got it with my ex-wife,
right.
who's a U.S. citizen.
Right.
I had a criminal charge back in 2009. It was for assault and battery in California, and I was locked up for 5 months and a couple of days with the following 3 years probation, which ended in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told at that time from my immigration attorney to wait 5+ years for GMC in order for you to apply for citizenship, which I was doing it. However, 2017, which was last year, I was arrested for assault case, which was a false arrest. Later on, case got dismissed, and even the arrest got cleared from my record. Now, the question is, do I still go ahead and apply for citizenship, or now my time starts again for GMC?
Your time starts all over again.
I see.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So even though my arrest got clear, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, because what the law says is for 5 years good moral character, they can't look past 5 years good moral character unless something in these 5 years has a nexus to something you did more than 5 years ago. So more than 5 years ago, you had an assault charge, you were arrested, you pled guilty. Was it a theft charge or an assault charge?
Assault charge.
Assault charge, right. You spent 5.5 months in jail. That's a pretty serious offense. Not an aggravated felony, but it's certainly a crime of moral turpitude. And then you have another arrest within that 5 years. There's a nexus to you getting arrested. They're going to deny your citizenship.
And my green card is going to be expired next year. So what is my options?
Well, you renew your green card, but I think the option before you renew your green card is that you have a consultation with me because we want to make sure you're not deportable. Now, having one crime of moral turpitude, if you have one crime of moral turpitude more than 5 years after your entry into the United States, that does not make you a deportable alien. If it happened within the first 5 years of your entry into the United States, it does make you a deportable alien. Now, that's different than traveling home and coming back. You're asking for an admission. They're going to stop you and put you in removal because you're asking for admission on somebody who has a crime of moral turpitude. So what we want to do is this. Make sure that you have more than 5 years here in the United States before your arrest and conviction. Make sure, in fact, this is a crime of moral turpitude. And if it is, renew your green card, you're safe, nobody's going to touch you. Certainly if you travel home and come back, you have a problem, and then we got to wait again. Now, you're married to a citizen or a resident?
My wife is a resident, sir.
Is it what?
My wife is a green card holder, but I have my previous marriage
was it to a citizen? Okay, because I was going to say if you were married to a citizen, then you only need 3 years good moral character. But since you're not, then you got to wait the 5 years from 2017.
And sir, may I ask you one last question?
Sure.
I know. My entry was in 2000, and the crime got committed in 2009.
Right. So that's more than 5 years. So you're going to be okay as long as that's your only only conviction.
Okay. All right, Mr. Barrett, I'll be calling back for a
Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you very much,
You're
sir.
welcome.
God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Sir.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. And as Lisa Bling Rose says, Raja, set your clock time, start over again. All right, let's go to Kat in Queens. Kat.
Hi, Brad. It's a question for my mom.
Yes.
Actually, she's a green card holder, and she's going to file for citizenship in February of next year. So her question is, can she file for my siblings who are unmarried, by the way, and over 21? Can she file for that now while she's a green card holder,
Yes.
or is it better if she waits
file
to be
now.
a citizen?
File now, because the quicker you get your priority date, the quicker they get here. They established
I'm
it.
sorry.
They established their date on the waiting list for their green card based on the date of the
Okay.
filing. So start now.
Okay.
You're just people are filing and people are jumping ahead of them on the waiting list.
All right. How long is it going to take, though, if
That's
she
7 years.
files it
That's
now?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
I think I know that person. That sounds like a familiar person to me.
Oh.
Sounded like a familiar voice.
That's and you didn't call him out.
No, why should I? Charlene in Euclid, Ohio.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm asking a question from a friend.
Yes.
She want to know what's the price to put in the paperwork. How much it cost?
What's the price?
Yeah, how much it costs to put in the paperwork? Like her I-85.
How much it costs for the I-85?
Hi, Brad. I'm on the line. Good evening.
Yes, hello?
Good evening. I'm on the line. I'm in Florida. Does it differ by the state?
What are these questions? What different? Tell me what your problem is first. Tell me what your problem is. I don't know what.
How much is it to put?
All right, hold on. All right. You're asking me what my legal fee is?
No, I think filing fee.
But I don't even know what the I-85 is. There's no such thing as I-85, and they're all screaming at me. So I don't understand what they're asking. All right, so let's, they'll need a consultation because they're not even asking a question that makes even
any sense
to me. All right. Hey, how much it costs to file?
Your typical answer is $10 million.
$10 million, right.
I'm surprised you didn't say it this time.
Yeah. All right, BJ in Dallas, Texas. BJ.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Yeah, I came into the U.S. with my wife and 3 kids on B1, B2 in 2016. So we changed our status to F1. My wife now goes to school. She's on F1. I'm on F2 with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, I want to know, is there a pathway for F2 to get work permit?
No. Maybe ultimately you can get sponsored in a job prospectively to get a green card. Maybe you can change to some other work visa, yes, but no work permit for an F2.
Okay. I'm trying to establish a business.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that on F2?
You can do that from an F2, and if you come from a treaty trading country, you can change to an E2 if you're making an investment in the business.
Okay.
Right,
Then thirdly,
you need
my wife.
What you need is a consultation so we can find out more about you and give you every option. Okay.
Okay. Let me just ask one last
question.
Of course. About my wife. She's on F1 now.
Right.
And she's looking at the possibility of being able to work. So we saw that she could apply for hardship or something. But
she could apply for a work permit based on hardship if she is studying in the United States for more than 1 year, and she can show what she was promised in terms of financial support she's not getting anymore. So let's say, for example, Grandma Sadie says to your wife, honey, I love you. I'm going to put you through school. I'm going to pay for everything. and I'll take care of it. And then all of a sudden, Grandma Sadie dies and leaves her money, leaves all of Grandma Sadie's money to Uncle Joe, and Uncle Joe says, I'm not giving you any money to go to school. Well, now you have a hardship. You've been in school for over a year, and now all this promised money from Grandma Sadie, she's not giving to you anymore, and mean old Uncle Joe is not helping you, and he's the one who got all of Grandma Sadie's money, so now you need a hardship waiver to finish. Something like that scenario I just made up off the top of my head.
Yeah, but the hardship, if you apply for hardship and you get it, will it affect anything in the future? Maybe you want to apply for a green card or something?
No.
No, okay.
All right, so hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Let's go to Sandra in Little Rock, Arkansas. Sandra.
Yes, I have a question. My question is, can I file for my brother? Like, he's my stepbrother.
Yep. As long as is it through your father or your mother?
Father.
As long as your father married your stepbrother's mother before 18.
Okay, I know they didn't marry.
Who's getting married?
No, they didn't. Like, he's just,
Oh, they never married? So there's no,
No.
so there's no relationship then. He's just the son of a woman that lives with your father. That's not a relationship for immigration.
No, yes, he's my dad's son.
Okay, and so you're not a stepbrother, it's a half brother.
Yes, right.
Okay, fine. So that's a different question. Yes, you could also file for a half brother. Yes, you can.
So yes.
You got to prove that your dad is both your dad and his dad.
Yes.
And you got to prove that your dad had a relationship with you and your dad had a relationship with him.
Oh, okay, got it.
hold-
And like, if my kids get Medicaid, will that affect the process?
Not at the moment, no.
No.
All right, hold on 1 second if you need more help. Let's go to Nicole in Queens, New York.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nicole.
How you doing? I'm calling for a friend. He have a 10-year green card, but his wife is a citizen. So she put in for his kids' paperwork. They're back in Jamaica. I want to know how long would it take for them to get here?
He's a citizen?
No, his wife is a citizen, but he has a 10-year
Right,
green card.
so who put in, his wife or him?
His wife.
Okay, and the kids are under 21?
Yeah.
About 15 months.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Dwayne in Miami.
Hello.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, how you doing, Brad?
What's up?
So, got a question for you. So, I got married and I got a 2-year green card.
Right.
Now, the 2-year green card, the conditional green card had expired and I had gotten an extension. Now, in the process, before I got the extension, I had gotten divorced. I supplied all the documents to remove my condition, but then when I checked the details on it, it is saying that I submitted my documents on June 9th, 2017, but then it got transferred to a different office, a different state.
Okay.
And they're saying that this state has jurisdiction over the case. No, I'm wondering.
It's not a
'cause
state,
I
it's service centers.
Okay, well, what I'm trying to figure out is that I had submitted my documents for removal of condition. It's past a year, so I'm wondering, does it restart at the point when they submitted it to a different service center, or does it continue from the time when I submitted the documents previously?
Well, it's supposed to be from the time you submitted the documents previously, but it's basically when the case gets transferred to a different service center. That's the date that controls in terms of when they're going to look at your case, unfortunately.
Okay, so technically I had waited a year and then I could just forget about that year then.
Well, no, you're still a permanent resident of the United States. You didn't forget about anything. So each year you're still a lawful resident of the United States. You just don't have permanent residence yet. So let's say they approve you in a year from now, and you've now had a green card for your conditional green card for 4 years and 9 months. You can apply for your citizenship the same day. So it's not a waste. You're still every day is counting towards the 5 years of residence. You're still a resident,
okay.
so you're fine. Just unfortunately, they're delayed. Okay?
Oh, I see. What time am I looking at, though, for them to at least approve it based on the information I gave?
They're taking over 2 years.
Oh, so it's going to be around 2 years. So I'm looking at probably around the next year then.
Correct.
Okay.
All right?
All right, man. Thank
welcome.
you so much, yeah?
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Omar in Knoxville, Texas. Knoxville, Tennessee, excuse me. Omar.
Hey, how you doing, bro? This is Omar.
Yeah, what's up?
I applied for my wife 1 year and a half ago in Denmark. I went there. I'm a U.S. citizen, and she done everything. She did the interview and everything, but the visa got refused because of public charge under Section 212A. For they found her public charge because of her background, like past medical records. That they found she had like illness when she was a kid, but now she's totally fine. But
that's ridiculous. No. There's no way they can. They denied her for poverty guidelines because she had an illness when she was a child 15, 20 years ago, and say this illness is now going to cause the American taxpayer money.
Yes, and she also is fine right now. She go to college and she has no problem, but the doctor that was certified by the embassy pull out her background, medical history, and just send it to the embassy that she's sick. And the doctor was questioning her like stupid questions, like why, she believes in a religion of Islam. She wears scarf and stuff. The doctor was questioning her, why you wear scarf. All
right. So you need help. You need help because you need help. Based on what you told me, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah,
when did this happen?
Yeah, like I've been sending different documents every time they ask me different documents.
When did this happen? Okay, you need help. You need us to get involved. Hold on. Let's go to Howard in Miami, Florida.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
How you doing? I'm good. Okay, I filed for my citizenship, and I went in for the test like a month ago.
Right.
And I got another letter in the mail. I didn't pass the test, but I got a letter in the mail. So I want to know, the thing that I did before, are they going to do the same thing over again?
What do you mean the thing you did before? What thing did you do before?
Okay, like I did the reading.
You passed it?
The writing.
You passed it?
I didn't pass the writing test. I got a letter say I have to come back and write something.
So you're going to have to pass it this time, or you're going to get denied.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So what about all the police records and stuff that I did? Are they going to come up again or no?
No, because police records are police records. They don't change.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's go to Simone in the Bronx. Simone.
Hello.
Hi, Simone.
Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Okay, my question tonight is my current boyfriend, he had married someone in the past, and they went in for the interview, and they deemed them as fraud. What I want to find out is
they gave him
what
do you mean they gave him a scarf? I don't understand what that means.
They said the marriage to the lady was not sufficient.
Okay.
So they got divorced and everything. So what I'm wondering if he could do my paperwork for me.
All right. So this is the story. There is a difference, and I don't know what happened in your boyfriend's case in the past. There is a difference between saying you did not give me sufficient proof to prove this is a real marriage, to saying we have proof this is a business marriage. Okay? So if it was denied because the government said we believe this is a business marriage, then he's got a big problem because he's now tagged as someone who does business marriages. You're going to have a big problem, even if your marriage is in fact real. Okay? If it's a situation where he fell in love with a woman, they filed, and they weren't able to prove to the satisfaction of the U.S. government and that particular immigration officer that this was a bona fide marriage, and then subsequently they got divorced, and then he marries you, that's not a problem. You're allowed to fall in and out of love.
I'm going to have to do what? I didn't hear. Sorry.
You're allowed to fall in and out of love.
Oh.
Ask Belgium Kim. Happens to her every day. Boy, I called you out. right. So really, what needs to happen is someone needs to get those records and see what the government actually said. Okay. So hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Salona in Buffalo, New York.
On blast.
Yes. My question is that I got an uncle who was deported back home back to Honduras like in 08 or 09,
right.
And I was back home like I would say like in the summertime. So my question is that I just basically would like to know like how could I do that to bring him back over here?
Well, you can't do anything to help an uncle, but why did he get deported?
He got deported because he was living with somebody. He was living with some lady, and they said like the lady told him that he got to move out, and then after that I guess that the lady called immigration on him, and that's the reason why he got deported.
Was he was just here illegally? He didn't commit a crime?
No, he committed no crime.
All right, so as long as he didn't commit a crime, and he got deported almost 10 years ago, we can try to figure out a way to help him to come back, but it's not going to be through you. But we can figure it out. We need a consultation. Hold on. Let's go to Kess in Mount Vernon, New York. Kess.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Kess.
Hi. Okay, so I have an approved I-130, being married for over 3 years. My husband is just a legal permanent resident, but now he wants a divorce. Do I have any options? Because I don't know.
Unless there's abuse in the relationship, no, you would have to get divorced and find another way to get a green card.
Okay, and another question. How long does it take to get a citizenship certificate?
A certificate or naturalization? Those are two different things.
It's a citizenship certificate.
Because the person claiming citizenship derivatively through a parent?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it does take a year, but you can get a passport much faster.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
so hold on one second.
Thank you.
Let's go. Oh, Salona, we already spoke to. All right. So we're done with our telephone calls.
My goodness me.
My goodness, my golly.
My golly gee willikers.
I'm surprised you're still here. Didn't slap me across the face. How dare you? Boom! How dare you say I fall in and out of love all the time? You know it's only once a month.
Brad, I would never walk out for you projecting on me. I wouldn't.
Hilarious.
All right, so now we're going to get into something that we like to call here social media check-in.
Wow,
This is when we're going to answer your questions that you leave for us or answer your comments or comment about your comments that you have left for us on our Facebook feed at Brad Show Live or on our YouTube feed at Brad Show Live.
At Brad Show Live.
All right.
And we had Afzal in the YouTube comments who made a really good suggestion, which I want to tell the people, for our Halloween costume contest. You guys, you can still slide up in my DMs and send me pictures, or you can post your picture on any social media platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of them, and just hashtag Brad Squad. And if you
hashtag Brad Show Live.
Brad Squad. You could do either.
Hashtag Brad Show Live.
Hashtag Brad Show Live.
Hashtag Brad Show Live. Don't hashtag Brad Squad. Hashtag,
all right.
Right.
Brad Show Live.
Because nobody watches Brad Squad. They watch Brad Show Live.
That's true.
Right.
That's
a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, Brad Show Live, hashtag it. That's the way you can send us your pictures. You can still slide up in my DMs if you want to keep it private, but we're going to show your picture on here, so it's not.
And Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, tell them what they get for winning the Brad Show Halloween Spooktacular Costume Contest.
So we will be taking out of all of the costumes that are sent in. So we need at least 20.
We're going to vote live.
Yes, we are going to vote live. So you guys already know what we really want. So you know that Brad likes, the honeys. Kim likes the babies. I love creativity. I'm all about creativity. So
there it is.
Yeah, so
Randy,
Paula, and Simon.
And Simon, of course, is the lady guy, right?
Is the lady guy.
Is the lady guy anyway, right.
So it actually really works. But we need at least 20, and if you guys send in at least 20 submissions, then we are going to pick the winner for who gets the free consultation. Remember, if you don't need this consultation, you could still pass it on to a friend, family member, or just be a nice one and, gamble it off to somebody. I don't know. But you guys,
gamble it off to somebody.
It can be your raffle at your Christmas party.
I raise you one Brad consultation.
Listen.
What do you got?
That's an all-in right there.
Yeah,
that's
I'm going all in.
Too rich for my blood.
I cannot call.
All in. Oh my God, I just looked here.
What did you look?
Somebody gave us a negative thumbs down
Excuse
on YouTube.
me?
How dare they? Everybody loves this show.
Everybody watching on YouTube, could you give us a bunch of thumbs ups
How
right now
dare they?
to drown out the one?
Yeah, drown out that one.
curmudgeon?
Because we always get 100% positive.
Do you think that the one person, and maybe I'm just projecting or hoping, but do you think the one person voting thumbs down is thumbs downing something we're talking about? Like, I would thumbs down Trump attempting to remove birthright citizenship.
Can't possibly be.
It could.
That would be
it's
a
gotta
misuse of the thumbs down.
It's got to be thumbs up for Brad Show Live. That's it. No matter what we're saying.
No matter what we say.
All right. So now we're going to go to something that we call social media check-in. All right, what do we got?
First one's a doozy from T2T2 on YouTube. So here's my story, and I'm going to try to make it quick. In August of 2015, I filed an I-751 joint with my ex. During the process, we agreed to have a divorce in January. I got an interview letter, and I answered that I'm not going to be attending because of my divorce proceedings. We filed. The application for divorce was denied because my application was denied because I didn't have the divorce decree by the time my interview rolled around in January of 2017. So after that, I got a letter of termination, but no date set, and I've never heard anything back. Then, a couple months later, I finally got my divorce decree. I refiled the I-751 waiver, and now I've got my extension letter for 12 months, and I recently got a 6-month addition, and I got my passport restamped. So now the question is, people who got approved, what happens to the NTA letter? Did it get canceled automatically, or do you have to meet with an immigration judge?
Well, if they accepted your application, there was no NTA ever done, so you got lucky.
And then second, is it safe to travel outside during the outside the U.S. during this process, even though he's gotten that termination?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. That was a doozy.
That was a doozy.
All right, so we got San Jocelyn. This is on YouTube. All right, I was arrested in 2017, but case got dismissed. Can I apply for citizenship or should I wait? I have a green card will expire next year, so what's my option?
How long has she had a green card?
It says that it'll expire by next year.
So she has a 10-year, I assume she has a 10-year green card, then file your citizenship now.
Brad, does a spouse who's married to a U.S. citizen need to file an I-130A form along with the I-130 and the I-485? Beverly Ford is dying to know.
I got the answer. I got it. Yes.
Simple.
Yes.
All right, Door in Taxes, and this is on YouTube, using the 120% support limit because I read their new public charge proposal and it's saying over 200% income. Is this the new rule or will cases before this ruling be grandfathered in?
It is the current rule at 120% above the poverty level. We don't know when it'll get to 200% if it ever gets there.
Baby Voice Grant would like to know. My husband is a U.S. citizen and I'm living in Jamaica. He started the I-130. Could I change my passport now to my married name, even though we've started the paperwork and that had my maiden name on it?
Sure.
All right, Nico Suave on YouTube.
Nico Suave.
Yeah, Nico Suave.
He is Mr. Suave.
Sing me suavemente
Yes.
real slow, baby.
All right, this is a follow-up question from yesterday. Is it recommended to petition to expunge a null, what is this, prosecute?
No low prosecute.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that means the prosecutor dropped the charges.
The charges. Okay, the disposition before filing to remove conditions on a green card or filing for citizenship.
What should you do with the disposition?
Is it recommended to petition to expunge it?
No, because there's no expungement. The prosecutor dropped the charges. They're done.
Stacey Graham said, "Hi, Mr. Bernstein. I've got a question about my brother's case. So they did his interview this summer, and now we checked his visa status on the CEAC website and noticed that it was updated today. Does that mean that he's going to hear something soon?"
I hope. I don't know, but I hope.
We hope.
We hope.
We all hope.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
All right, Lex Boss has a question. Hi, Brad. I have Medicaid. Is it going to affect my citizenship?
No.
Nyack said, "I forgot to ask one of my attorneys a few questions. So I'm hoping you can answer them for me. While I wait for my mother, who's a U.S. citizen, to file for me, I'm over 21 and I'm in the U.S., do I have to go back to Jamaica for my interview, or would I be eligible for a work permit while I wait on my priority date?"
If you're 245I and overstayed, you can adjust here. If you're in legal status the whole time, you can adjust here. Otherwise, you got to go home, but you need to go home with a provisional waiver or you'll get stuck.
All right, Angela has a question. I'm asking for a friend. His girlfriend overstayed her B2 visa, and he will like to get married. What does he have to do first to go ahead with this marriage?
Go buy an engagement ring and ask to get married and go get married. I mean, now what does everybody do it, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, "Can you please marry me, please? Please.
That's your wedding proposal?
No.
I was gonna say.
No. Maybe, how about since the girlfriend overstayed the B2 visa, when they do get married, what's the process of going to making her a citizen?
File the adjustment application.
Okay.
Ambicioso Ash said, "Hey, my friend has an adjustment of status interview. I never know. An adjustment of status interview soon, and she's married to a U.S. citizen. She needs to know what main solid evidence to take with her. Is a friend or family affidavit necessary?"
No, because it's meaningless, the affidavits. What you need is proof that the two of you live together, and that's having physically residing together and having an economic relationship.
All right, Tracy has a question. Can an overstayed visa get a green card?
Sure, in certain circumstances, yes.
It's broad.
Yeah. You give a broad question, you get a broad answer.
You get a broad answer. I was going to say, that was nice of you to answer.
I answer as I get them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that was as broad as...
That was, can I get a green card? And the answer is, maybe.
Depends on the case.
Hey, it's like, hey, how much is the cost to file?
Right.
I don't even know if they're asking about legal fees, the filing fees, and what they're filing.
Right.
Dornette in the Facebook comments was like, she wasn't screaming, she's Jamaican. That's just how we talk.
Okay.
Sandra said, "Can I petition for my stepbrother? I'm a citizen. And will the fact that I have Medicaid for my U.S. citizen children affect the process?"
No. Won't affect the process. Yes, you can file for a stepbrother as long as the marriage between your shared parent happened with the non-shared parent before the 18th birthday.
All right, Dennis Ramona has a follow-up question about the I-130 filing supportive documents. Wants to file for his mom in Jamaica. She's a widow of the father. Will I need my dad's death certificate to submit along with the other documents that you said I would need to suit because I can't find it?
You definitely need a death certificate. You got to show your mom's marriage is terminated due to death. And where did this person die? Wherever this person died, there's a certificate somewhere you can apply for, a duplicate.
Could you help with that?
Yes, I can.
Oh, so
yes,
this
I
makes
can.
all the sense to just
That's
right
what I do.
Wow, really? That's a lot. I didn't even know you do all that too.
I can do this too.
And not make any noise.
And not make any noise because I've cracked every knuckle in my hands for 50 years. They just don't crack anymore.
They don't crack anymore?
No.
Really? I feel like your knuckles will re-crack at some point.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Mine does.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe. Oh, wow. I just heard that.
See?
Wow.
I do that.
Ooh.
Oh, I love it.
All right. We have time for four more questions.
Tamika said, "Good night. Can I request from the USCIS to send my petition to the NVC after the USCIS has denied it?
No, because it doesn't get to the NVC if it's denied.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing.
Correct.
All right, Fatima says, hey, Brad, I had my asylum interview last year, 10/18, so October 18th, but I didn't hear anything from them till now. Please respond.
If it's been more than a year, you should contact us because either your file's not being worked on or they don't believe if it's based on a marriage, it's a real marriage.
Yeah, it's been a year and 12 days,
Yes.
so make that call.
Right.
Dennis Ramona said, how long will it take to get my mom here from Jamaica if I go ahead and file for her now? She's widowed.
If you're a citizen, about 15 months.
Nice. Ahmed Memo says, please, I have a question. If I have a green card, green card 10 years, can I travel to Canada with my passport and my green card, or do I have to apply for a visa?
You need a visa to enter Canada based on what country you're originally from.
All right, and follow up, I got married 2 years ago and I got my green card, so can I apply for citizenship after 3 years marriage or after 3 years since I got my green card?
2 years, 9 months, and 3 days since you got your green card.
In our last one of this round.
Why are you making
so
it
random? 2 months, 3
Because
2
you're allowed
years,
to you're allowed
3
you're allowed
months,
to apply 90 days before the 3-year
Oh.
anniversary. So if you say 3 months before, there's sometimes 31 days. So you have to actually count 2 years, 9 months, 3 days.
Wow.
This is literally, that was one of my first moments, like the first week that I saw the
That's
show.
a
And
very
I was like,
random
so
dates there.
random.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's just real trifling for it to be just that specific.
Method
2
to the
months.
madness.
Yeah, 2 years, 3 months, and 9 days.
Only lawyers can come up with something so
Right.
ridiculous as that.
Or the government.
Yes.
Right.
Our last question of this round is from Maxine, who said, I'm asking for a friend who gave birth in the United States and she got public assistance. Now she's wondering if she could adjust her status with her boyfriend who is not the child's father, but he recently proposed to her. He's a U.S. citizen. Could she adjust her status?
Yes, as long as it's a real bona fide marriage, absolutely.
What if he's just a permanent resident?
He would have to become a citizen first. Thank you very much. I didn't hear that part.
I said if he's a citizen, but I just realized the question.
I thought you said he was a citizen.
I did.
All right. So, any event, in recognition of our Brad Spooktacular tomorrow.
Right.
It's the ultimate spooktacular.
Right.
All right. And I want you to know something tomorrow. If you are squeamish, if you easily get scared, maybe you may want to come back and watch us on November 1st. I'm only kidding.
Yeah,
it's going to be that scary. It's not going to be scary at all. But we'll have a good time nevertheless.
Yes, we will.
All right. So in honor of our spooktacular, I had an opportunity to speak to a gentleman. He's a great guy, very handsome man.
Oh.
Very, all right. Yeah, Brad Squad women. Brad Squad women are going to like this guy, right?
You guys, stick around.
Yeah, stick around for him. Femi Oyediran.
Oyediran.
He is one of the top sommeliers in South Carolina. Do you know what a sommelier is?
No.
You don't?
Sommelier?
Sommelier.
No.
Sommelier?
Sommelier?
Yeah. Yes.
No.
No. I thought maybe I was
Maybe the
pronouncing
French
it
would have
French
helped.
word, yeah.
No.
Do you know what a baguette is?
Yes.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the sommelier. All right. A sommelier is an expert in wine. Okay, he's the guy who comes over and he goes, would you like the 2016 Chateau Marmont? But this guy is pretty cool. Yeah, Chateau Marmont.
Is that the LA hotel?
That's the
Chateau
LA,
Marmont?
yes. I don't know, I just made up a line. Would you like the Baron Rancho?
Right.
1999. It's a very great vintage. No, I'm just making it up. But he's a cool guy.
He's amazing.
He's a very cool guy. He's actually one of the top sommeliers in the United States of America.
Wow.
He's originally from Nigeria. I don't want to give away his whole story, but his parents don't drink alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah. And he joined me after we talked a little bit. He joined me. We virtually wine tasted his favorite dessert wines with Halloween candy. So we had a good time. You know, two pretty cool guys drinking wine.
Nice.
I don't know how, but it's kind of
awesome.
works.
Yeah.
Let's watch. Today I am joined by Femi Oyediran, one of the top sommeliers in South Carolina. Femi is a Nigerian American who is here today to discuss his immigration story to America, his incredible career as a sommelier, and how he discovered his love of wine. Femi just recently co-opened Graft Wine Shop and Bar located in downtown Charleston, South Carolina, and he has some fun but still sophisticated Halloween treat ideas for the adults for this year's Halloween celebration. Welcome, Femi. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So I have in front of me all of this chocolate and candies and wine, and we're gonna do some wine tasting with you and the entire Brad squad in a little bit. But before we do that, you're one of the top sommeliers in South Carolina. But can you tell everybody out there, what is a sommelier?
Sommelier is simply a wine steward, somebody who has some knowledge, but even more important is an extension of hospitality. I simply am someone that communicates to a guest what they're looking for.
So anybody can call themselves a sommelier, or you have to go to school to become a sommelier? You know, can anyone hang up a sign and say, I'm a wine expert?
Yeah, sommelier is a job title. If I hired someone to work in my place today, they'd be a sommelier by title. But if you want to be certified or have some sort of distinction, then you have to go take an exam. There are several certifying bodies. I chose to go through the Court of Master Sommeliers, and within that, I am an advanced sommelier. But you certainly do not have to take any exam to prove that you're proficient to me.
So the advanced sommelier, where is that on the pecking order? Is that like the highest degree you could have, the second highest degree?
It's the second to last examination in the court, so it's the third level out of 4.
And how many people do you think reach that level?
You know, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine it's somewhere around 1,000.
And how long did you have to study to get to that level?
For me, it took a very short amount of time. I passed my advanced level about a year and a half or so after I took my first exam.
So you weren't always a sommelier, you were a DJ beforehand, is that correct?
Yeah. You know, DJ was a part of what I did. I was definitely very involved in music. I performed with a few different bands. I DJ'd here and there, and then I also owned a promotion company. So I'd bring acts from out of town and host them in different spaces in Charleston.
So who are your favorite artists?
Oh man, so many. Depends on the day. It's like wine, you know. Different wines I want to drink, and I've got different people I want to listen to.
Give me an example of like a wine that you would drink and some song you would listen to.
A song I would listen to?
With like, what's like a favorite wine and song combo that you have?
It depends. It depends on the day, but tell you what, just because I'm feeling good today, I'll say that today I would drink some Pinot Noir from Kelly Fox in Oregon.
Why is that? That's just a happy drink, or?
Because the wine's delicious.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, delicious?
Because their wines are delicious.
Perfect. So how did you...
Music-wise, we'll say listen to Donny Hathaway these songs for you live. I think that's great.
And you have a go-to wine and song when you want to be a little more romantic with somebody?
I think that's a perfect combination right there.
Right there? Perfect. So how did you go from being a DJ and in the entertainment business to being a sommelier?
Because being a DJ, well, I wasn't just a DJ, but doing all those things is a lot of fun, but it doesn't always pay the bills. So I started working in restaurants to kind of fund what I was doing at the time. And from working in restaurants to really being around food and great wine personalities, I kind of took an interest, picked up some books, and dove deep into the world of wine.
Wow. And now I understand you just opened up your wine shop. Is that where you are right now? It's the wine shop and bar. It's called Graft in South Carolina. Tell us about your new business.
Oh man, Graft is a lot of fun. Graft is certainly a labor of love. It's a project started by my partner Miles White and I. We've been open for about 7 months. It's a really unique concept. It kind of is the best of both worlds. We are a retail store and a wine bar. And the great thing about what we do here is that you can buy a bottle of wine and take it home, or you can, if you want, you can sit down, have a glass, shop for a bottle, or you can grab a bottle off the shelf and drink here with us. And we always have good music playing, and it's a good time. So it's really social, and I think it makes wine not just accessible, but it makes it sexy at the same time.
You know, I think one of the biggest things with wine is people get intimidated. They look at a wine list when they go to a restaurant. They don't know one wine from the next. They don't know the grapes, the different regions, the different types of wines. What do you think about that?
I think that that's unfortunate because, you know, I think that as a business owner, you want people to participate in what you're selling. You want to sell. So the idea that people feel that wine is inaccessible, I think, is a product of poor design. And I think that what we do here is we focus less on educating people, but focus more on talking to them and using our sommelier skills to find them a really appropriate wine that they would enjoy.
Now, what would you say to the people who say, oh, that's all wonderful, that's great, but I can't afford, expensive bottles of wine. That's just not in my price point.
That's totally okay. We're excited to get them a bottle of wine. Luckily, every single bottle of wine, no matter how cheap or expensive that is here, is a wine that we love. So no matter how much you're looking to spend, I'm happy with whatever you leave with because you got it here.
So what's a good affordable wine? What would you pay for a good affordable wine?
Where do we start? I mean, there's so many you can go for. I mean, one of my favorites is Little Garnacha from southern France, in the southern Rhone, by Andre Brunel, and just his Grenache. It's red wine. It's light on its feet for a Pinot Noir drinker. It's delicious. Under $15. It's farmed organically. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's fantastic wine.
So for 2 6-packs of beer, you can get a great bottle of wine, right? 2 6-packs, maybe even more than $15, I think.
Yeah. Well, grapes, they come from the ground. Beer gets made in a tank.
Right. So I understand your family were not wine drinkers, though, for religious, cultural reasons. Tell us a little bit about it and your upbringing.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I think like many in my parents' generation that moved to the country, for religious reasons or more, they don't drink. They don't participate in alcohol. So, drinking alcohol was certainly a foreign idea to me for many years. So when I first started working in restaurants, it was really kind of like my first, not only just tango with alcohol, but I was also thrust into the world of fine wine, which, as you can imagine, was a big learning curve. But I had some great mentors and partners that walked me through the process, and I was able to kind of learn very quickly.
So tell us a little bit about where were you originally born?
Yeah, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria.
So when did you come to America?
We came to America in 1990.
So what were your first memories, you think? You remember what it was like growing up as a Nigerian in America?
First memories, yeah. I mean, first memories, I think, were my family first immigrated to Alabama, and we were at some point we were in Huntsville. I'll say my earliest memories are absolutely in Huntsville, and we were really welcomed into the community by a gracious couple, kind of the pastor team and wife team at a local church, and they were really phenomenal, and the entire church community welcomed us into Huntsville, and that was really, I think, those are my first, most cherished memories as far as not only being alive, but also being in this country.
Was your family able to keep any cultural or religious customs from Nigeria, or are you all kind of Americanized now?
Cultural for sure. I mean, growing up, I was absolutely inundated with Nigerian culture every day. My parents almost hung out exclusively with Nigerians, whether we were living in Alabama or when we went to Cleveland, Ohio. There was a group called the Nigerian Circle of Friends, and I was constantly around Nigerian children, constantly eating Nigerian food. My father had the Nigerian newspapers mailed to him regularly, so those were always sitting on the counter. We always listened to Nigerian music. Juju music was always being played about. So, I certainly didn't feel very removed from the Nigerian experience outside of being in Nigeria, but we would go there often. So whenever we would visit, we'd stay for about a month. So I certainly think my parents made an effort to make sure that we understood where we were from and that we felt like we weren't distant.
So how did your mom react when you told her you were going to be a sommelier? I guess her first reaction would have been, you drink alcohol, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or did she know that already?
I covered both of those in the same conversation.
Yeah, how'd she react?
But you know what? She had a really fantastic response. She said that she didn't understand, but she said she was absolutely proud of me. And to this day, she's very proud and shares any articles about me.
Wow, that's amazing mother.
It's a fantastic mother.
Yeah, it's a fantastic mother. So now Halloween, we got all this candy in front of me and some wines here that you recommended. Before we get into our wine tasting here with the Brad Squad, Halloween's coming upon us here, which Do they celebrate Halloween in Nigeria, by the way?
Whether or not Nigeria celebrates Halloween, I think it depends on who you talk to.
Right.
But growing up, I think that based on my parents' religious preferences, etc., at the time, and just being in the early 90s, no, we didn't celebrate Halloween.
Right.
There was a Halloween party or a big school Halloween celebration. My parents would just make me sit out. I wouldn't go to school that day.
Okay. All right. So I got all this candy here, Femi.
Yeah.
I got chocolates, Milky Ways, Reese's Pieces, Snickers. What else did they tell? I got Hershey's chocolates here. I got some gummy bears, some sour gummies, some Skittles, and you had recommended some wine here. The first wine I have here, it's a 2016. Reading this here on my cards. a 2016 Donna Fugata Ben Rye Pasito. See, I don't know what this is. You see, this would be intimidating to me.
Sure.
And I don't know what this is, where this is from, other than it sounds Italian.
Yeah, it is definitely Italian. It's from the island of Sicily. It is a pasito wine, so it's made from dried fruit. But the grape there is Zabibo, which is kind of an indigenous grape to that region, very similar to Muscat. But Ben Rye is, I think, a really delicious dessert wine that I think reminds me of orange Tootsie Roll Pops as a kid. So I think that is really just a delicious wine to enjoy with candies like this, yeah.
So it's going to be an orange-tasting grape.
Oh, man.
I see it's almost yellow in color, a little orangey yellowish in color here. And
I Tootsie Roll Pop is the best way to describe it.
And it would smell orangey to me. What should it smell like?
I think it smells just like an orange Tootsie Roll Pop.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It does. So what would you pair this with?
I think it could go well with anything, honestly. I mean, that's the great thing about sweet wines when you're working with desserts, because as long as you have something that is chocolatey and kind of salty, it'll play well. And I think that if you've got like something like Skittles or like a Starburst, it'd be fantastic too. But I think that out of this bunch here, I would probably pick like a Reese's or something like that.
A Reese's. Okay, I got a Reese's right here. Now, when you taste wine and food, unless you tell me differently, how I was taught is you drink the wine first and then eat the food after. Is that correct?
Yeah, whichever you want to do.
Or it doesn't. Oh, you can eat the chocolate first.
Around my mouth.
You can eat the chocolate first. Wouldn't that change the taste of the wine?
Say eat the chocolate first and wash it down with a little Donna Fugata.
Really? Okay. That's what I'm going to do.
it.
That's what I'm going to do. 1 second here. There's a lot of wrappers here on this chocolate.
I see that.
All right. So Reese's. Good. Take some time to eat the Reese's.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm chewing and talking at the same time. Bad manners. My apologies.
Looks like a very good vintage of Reese's.
No, it is. And wow, it's excellent.
Yeah?
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's really.
It's a really good combination. It really tastes really good. It kind of pops in your mouth with the chocolate in it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's really, really good. All right, so now I guess I'll be drunk by the end of this. I have here the second wine pairing, which is the this is also, I assume, Italian.
Okay, yeah.
Marengo Braccetto d'Acqui.
Yeah. So
that-
Braccetto is a grape that is grown in northwestern Italy around the foothills of Piedmont. So it's usually made into a sparkling wine, which you have here, kind of a semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. And to me, Braccetto is fantastic with chocolate. So chocolate cakes, little true chocolate candy bars, like a good Hershey's or something, even with some deeper chocolate, could be a lot of fun. But to me, Braccetto and chocolate is like cookies and milk. So find yourself any chocolate bike and I think witness the wonder.
So this is a sparkling wine, which I guess, when people hear that champagne, it's like, but it's not from the Champagne region,
But you know
I
what,
guess.
honestly, you don't even have to think about it like that. I think anybody that doesn't normally drink wine, that likes to drink like soda, normally they'll find themselves just at home because it drinks like a delicious soda.
It smells cherry to me a little bit. Is that what I'm smelling?
Yeah, definitely cherry, strawberry scented, raspberry.
Yeah, like a berry scent. That's what it smells. I love smelling wines. It always gets me excited to guess if, I'm smelling it properly or not, like, am I smelling oak? I'm smelling cherries. And you said that this should go with also chocolate?
Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. I've got a little Braccetto here myself.
Okay, great. So we're both, now, is it going to be different if I have the wine first and the chocolate after, or you really think you should wash it down?
I think that, when you're eating a meal and drinking wine, you're enjoying things in different combinations. So I say, just come do it however you want.
All right, so this time I'm going to drink the wine first and then do the chocolate after. See how that goes. Wow, that's really good too. What is the price of these wines? Are these expensive wines I'm drinking?
Now, these are not expensive wines. The Donna Fugata will probably be maybe the priciest of the bunch, which should be around $25 to $30 retail.
Mm-hmm.
The Braccetto d'Acqui should be about $20 retail.
It's very good. Excellent. All right, so the third wine we have here is the Formonos Madrid Tinto, which is a red wine from Spain. Now it says here, what are the, I mean, there's a lot of information on this label here. What information should I be taking off of this label?
The Formonos is a collaboration of 4 friends making wines in the Gredos Mountains, a little west of Madrid. Kind of a natural wine project. The wine is mainly Garnacha or Grenache, which is one of my favorite grape varieties. And you know what? It's just so juicy, delicious. It's got some tartness, almost kind of like a Jolly Rancher candy, and I think it's just so deep and delicious. So, and it's also a light wine, so I think it's something that you crave worthy around a bag of candy.
All right, so let's see what, and this will have what kind of. This has more of like almost a licorice smell to me a little bit.
Yeah.
Am I smelling that right?
Not everybody wants to drink sweet wines with dessert. So I think sometimes you've got to find a wine that appeals to people that like drier style wines.
Yeah.
So for me, I just look for something that's kind of got some juiciness and some richness that can kind of play off kind of those sweeter flavors you get in the candies.
So then I'm going to take, it's like kind of a sugary gummy worm. I'm going to eat that with this. Okay, let's go. Wow, I chew very loud. I can't believe that. But gummies take a long time to. You know what I should do? I should wash the gummies down with the wine.
How's it going?
That's fantastic.
Good.
I'm going to tell you something. I never thought of drinking wine and having candy before in my life, but this is like a whole new thing for me now.
This is going to be a new arena for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's going to be, having candy and wine, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. All right, so now this.
Don't tell kids.
Now this last one we have here, is this pronounced Gil or Gil?
Schreibe.
Schreibe Cabernet, 2017. Tell me a little bit about this wine. What is this?
That's Schreibe, which is another grape that's grown in Germany, but in different versions, it can offer some different characteristics. But Val does a really fantastic job because theirs just tastes like mandarin orange, and it's got all these beautiful citrus flavors.
Yeah.
And dry wine with just a touch of sugar that I think, wow, if you like something to go along with like a Starburst candy or something that's red fruited or citrus candy.
How about Skittles? We'll go all the way down here to the end and get some Skittles. Some Skittles here. And I was going to say, you said orange. It's funny. I was going to say it smells a little bit like tangerines to me.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great descriptor.
So I'm going to have some Skittles here. I'm going to wash this down. And you said this is from Germany?
It is definitely from Germany.
What region right now is making really good wines that would surprise people, that you think? Everybody knows Burgundy and Brunello and Napa. But what's like one of the regions that's making great wines and really, unheralded?
Sicily would be one for sure.
Really?
I think one of my favorite regions to drink wine from is definitely Sicily. So that's definitely one to explore.
I was just in Sicily. I was just in Sicily about 4 weeks ago, and I actually went wine tasting in Sicily.
Yeah, there are some great wines.
Yeah, it was great wines there.
Volcano Mount Etna. But even more importantly, there's some others. There's the Finger Lakes in New York. Australia there's some really fantastic winemakers and passionate people making wine in Australia. I think the conversation is growing every day for wines around the world.
Well, this has been really fun, and I have a lot more candy and wine to drink, but I think you got to get back to work at some point. So Femi, so where can people find out more about Graft Wine Shop and Bar?
They can follow us on social media. If you look on Instagram, you can find us at Graft, GRAFTCHS. And otherwise, you can check us out on our website, graftchs.com. So we're always posting some fun updates on our social media, so it's always fun to pay attention to see what we're up to.
And business is going well so far, right?
Having a good time. Waiting for you to come down.
It's fantastic. I love Charleston. I may come down. You invite me, I could get on a plane quickly, especially when there's wine involved. So I really appreciate you joining us. Before I let you leave, though, we ask everybody this because this is a show about immigration and reaching your dreams, and everybody has different dreams. Tell me about what your American dreams are. Have you reached them yet? And if not, what are they?
My American dreams, man. I think that every day that I wake up and I come up with ideas and I try to make them bring them to fruition. I think that's an American dream, right? So I feel very, very blessed to be able to do what I do every day in Charleston, South Carolina. So I think that there's always more to add, and but it's always a point to give thanks for what I have currently.
Well, I think you are a great example of the American dream. You were not born in the United States, and here you are, and you educated yourself in something you didn't think that you would ever 10 years ago that you would ever be so knowledgeable about wine, and you took that knowledge and you started your own business, and we wish you all the best success and best of luck in it, and definitely I may come down to Charleston and knock on your door one day.
All right, well, I look forward to it, and thank you for the support.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on. Okay. All right, so tomorrow we're having our Halloween Spooktacular. Don't forget, if you want to be in the Brad Squad Halloween costume contest, we need 20 entrants. Send us a picture of you, your kid, your dog, I don't care. But we need 20 entrants. We're going to pick the best costume, and the best costume is going to win a free consultation with me. Please, this is how you do it. Send Kim a DM or just post it somewhere and hashtag Brad Show Live.
So easy. It's the easiest thing ever.
And with that said, Belgium Kim.
Yes.
We will be in costume tomorrow for 2 straight hours.
We will.
I'll be answering questions in costume for 2 straight hours.
Right.
That would be the silliest thing I've ever done in my life.
That would surely not be the silliest.
So please tune in. But in the meantime, comments of the day.
Comments of the day. Our first one is from Marge Higgs herself, Glamma, who said, I'm on the train, but I'm just going to have to read lips because I cannot afford to miss a day.
Oh,
That's right.
Wow.
I hope that lip reading went well.
Right.
We articulated extra hard. Afzal
You have to start talking like this.
Right. Afzal has the single greatest Halloween costume idea, Brad. Afzal says, I'd love to dress up as Groundhog Sam, but maybe I'll just dress up as Jake from State Farm. No, Afzal. Groundhog Sam or die. It's got to be Groundhog Sam now that you've said it. We've also got one from a Princess Black who said, all thumbs up for the best show ever, people. People business is everyone. If you are on the show and say what you want, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And finally, we got one from Tamika Nelson who said, oh boy, I know I'm officially an addict because I'm in the elevator and my phone doesn't usually pick up. You should see me in a corner where I can get a little bit of signal. I'm basically on the wall like paint just so I don't miss a single thing.
That's dedication.
Wow.
That's
dedication. All right, with that, folks. There we are. With that, folks, we're going to see you tomorrow for our Halloween Spooktacular. Send those pictures in of your costumes if you want to be in the contest to win the free consultation, or post it on Facebook or Instagram and hashtag Bradshaw Live. We'll pick up that picture as well. And have a great night, and we'll see you all tomorrow. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?